Are you doing more colleges now? I'll get back to what I was talking about.
Colleges are great. I just got back from one on Saturday. Truman State, which is you fly into KC and you drive 4 hours. And but again, there's nothing college. Nothing college.
See, you're where I was. I think every comic at some point you get started and you're still in your 20s and you start hitting them colleges, and there's
the
just
weirdest
one
gigs
night.
ever.
Because you can be in the cafeteria, you can be at the basketball arena.
Yeah.
This
was the basketball arena.
till you get there.
Yeah, basketball arena, and the stage was built out of a garage door.
Was it Truman State?
Truman State. And they had sushi in the green room, which I think they're just like, oh, these LA boys are coming through. But sushi, I remember I was in North Carolina one time, or South Carolina, and I asked them like, oh, how good is the sushi here at a restaurant? And the guy was like, how close do you think the nearest ocean is? And I was like, that puts it in perspective.
Yeah, no shit.
So when I'm at Truman State, Missouri, and they had sushi on the table, I was like, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll pass. I'll pass. But it's
Where's
like
the steak?
Yeah, it's something. But it was sushi, and then they had cafeteria wraps.
Are the colleges right now? Because last college I did was probably 5-6 years ago. Are they on the cancel culture stuff? Are they open?
I mean, they say like very obvious stuff, like, hey, don't talk about these 4 subjects, and that's like very obvious stuff. But you do feel a little more like when certain jokes hit in comedy clubs or whatever, you might feel a little like less, but it's not like they're like, ooh. I think if you're doing like some art, like liberal art school, you might find a little bit of that. But for the most part, the people who come out to see me are, they have nautical star tattoos somewhere, so they're feeling good about themselves.
I always tell the advisors, I go, you got to ask, before I get there, I got PG and R. What do you want? And it gives you the out.
Oh, so you
know
never do PG-13. You're either boom or boom.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, what do you want?
Yeah.
You want PG or R? Because I got in trouble. Let me just make this about me, even though it's your interview. Have you done St. Edward's in Austin, Texas?
No, but I'm going to be in Austin this weekend, so I can swing by.
At the comedy club? Cap City?
No.
Oh, you at a college?
No, there's a festival out there. Yeah,
oh,
theater
okay,
out there, yeah.
Austin's, that's become the new hub.
Yeah.
Yes. But St. Edward's is a college in Austin. They have 2 black girls pick me up from the airport. Mm-hmm. We go to lunch, and they were talking about the show, and then they go, oh, yeah, some brothers are coming. She said, the brothers are coming over from Holy Cross tonight. Okay. Get to the show, do my show, get done. The advisor goes, did the girls tell you who was coming to the show? I said, yeah, the brothers from Holy Cross. Yeah. He was like, and you decided to do that show? I go, what do you mean? No, they meant priests. The brothers are coming over from Holy Cross. So I didn't understand why every time I cussed, the place went nuts. And all the kids were like, that was the greatest show I've ever seen. And I go, really? And then the kids were telling me they get mad because the priests come over from Holy Cross showing support for St. Edward's.
But that makes everyone
But they messed
out.
the show up because if it was in the contract.
Damn.
If they show up, the show has to be PG. Well, I had a middleman.
Oh, so you were edgy.
Yeah, I never saw the contract. My contract was with the third party that booked me.
Yeah.
He signed the contract. I was like, I didn't.
And you didn't have to cuss hard. You said, God damn, and everyone was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that's all I said. I said, shit. And he was like, oh!
He said the S word. He said,
they're running around. The
guy
kids
just
are
starts
shitting on the
proposing
table.
to each other, marry me. He said the S word, bro.
I'm getting toilet paper thrown on me.
That's crazy.
Real shit.
Did like the priest come up to you after?
I never saw him.
Yeah, well, they left the
second
church,
night,
yeah.
And then I had the little meet and greet. They put you in another room, and the kids that come in and want to get pictures. But I was wondering why all the kids were just like, yo, that was the best show.
That's crazy,
Thank you, that was
man.
awesome. I'm like this.
You got to open up a Chick-fil-A or some shit, bro. That's crazy.
But in your brain, you know when you rip and when you don't.
Right,
So I was like, that was cool, but I wouldn't say that's the greatest college show I ever had. But the way it was everyone. It wasn't like one kid.
That
it
could
was
be your lane,
everybody.
That could be your lane, the edgy church guy.
Yeah.
Like you go up
I
in
found
there
it.
and you say hell with not HE double hockey sticks, let him lean into it. Do you know who's great? You know Kev On Stage?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He's like my mentor and everything. I started out, I used to work with him. I used to like be his script supervisor on All That Digital, right? The digital platform. And he would take me on the road with him real briefly and we would do churches. And I'd be so in my head because I didn't know what I could say and what I couldn't say. And then he would go up there and he would say everything, but without cussing. He would be talking about sex. He'd be talking about drugs, drinking, but without saying it. It was this magnificent. I was like, how do you? Because clean just means don't cuss. If you're gonna talk about sex, you don't say sex. You say like the love making, the coitus, whatever the hell it was. But I was flabbergasted to the point where I use the word flabbergasted.
Yeah.
I never used the word before, but that's crazy.
Was it black churches?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kev On Stage. He's killing it.
Ripping.
This guy's on studio now.
Oh, yeah. Kev On Stage Studios, man. He got his own app. He literally got rejected from just pitching shows and was like, I'll just do it myself. I like that. I think those are my favorite stories. I think there was there's a nightclub in Las Vegas that's based off that premise. Like, a guy tried to get in, probably didn't have any bitches. Valid. And then they didn't let him in, and then he opened up a nightclub. I think that's how like Tower started, or one of those.
For real?
And now it's like bigger than the other one. But that's like the best type of story.
Well, we're in an age right now, like when I first got to LA, you really was at the mercy of, you needed somebody to let you in, so to speak.
Gatekeepers,
you needed somebody, gatekeeper, approve you. Whether it's stand-up, acting, whatever. We're in an age now where you can create your fan base and your own narrative and everything. I mean, you're doing that on YouTube and TikTok. Kev On Stage is doing it.
Yeah.
And like, I hate to say old school comics like me. At first, I'd hear a lot of this comics that would be like, I don't do that. I ain't doing social media. I'm not doing that. I'm like, you're crazy. I'm looking at what everybody's doing, and I'm going, okay, I'm too old to be doing TikTok dances on the regular. Right? But what I said, okay, I have a nice library of stand-up that maybe a lot of these people under 25 ain't seen.
Yeah.
So I told my web guys to start cutting that up and post it. And like, we'll get like, millions of views on TikTok. And I'm like, that joke is 20 years old.
Yeah.
That bit
Dude, that's
was from
how
a
I started
2003
on
special.
TikTok. Yeah, because I had all these videos that were just on YouTube, and then I started cutting them and putting them on TikTok. Because they're already well-shot, professionally edited videos, and then you're just like, just throwing it on there. And what you got to think about is that content is like, these are jokes you worked out for years. It's shot well. It's in front of a live audience. There's subtitles, there's captions, everything. It's like meant to do well on that app, because you're just like, it's like a layup. You're like, here. In between all these shitty videos shot on an Android or whatever the hell, take this, take that.
Yeah.
You're just giving them some nice videos.
Do you have your own, do you have like a group that when you're doing your sketches and stuff that do it with you? The same group of guys or girls?
Kinda. There's some people I'll just hit up to like film with and stuff, but for the most part, it's just me and another guy that he shoots and edits the stuff that I do, and then we both write it together.
Oh.
But there are people that'll like hit up to be like, oh, if I need to collab with some people or whatever.
So pretty much it's a two-man show, you and another guy.
I'm trying to expand. So I'm trying to grow out the team a little bit, just because you can do more. Because I'm so, you can only do as much as you can edit, I think, right? So I might have like 5 videos banked up, but if like I don't have anybody besides one person to edit it, it's just kind of sitting there.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get like a whole team where I can be like, all right, do this, do that, do that. Like, you probably felt great when you're like, I got 20 years in the catalog. You do that, you do this, you do that, right?
Yeah. Just cut it, man. And I
cut
did
it. Tell them, boys, you heard that, just cut it.
Cut it up.
Yeah.
But I mean, the good thing is like I did like 4 of my own specials. Just funded it myself and did it. So I own the content.
Well, it's also what people are doing right now. So you're ahead of that curve, and then you start dishing it out there. Now, where is that? Are those online, or are those like to a network?
Well, I sold the first 2. I never sold it. I was selling them as DVDs on the road.
Oh yeah.
But now we'll post them. But then 2 got bought by Showtime.
Great.
And Showtime basically rented it. They said 2 years.
Oh yeah.
And then you own it again.
But then it's back to you.
Yeah. So that's what we're. Both of them, we're past the 2-year mark for both of those.
Yeah. At what point were you in the market where you're like, DVDs aren't selling? Because I guarantee if you took DVDs out on the road, you'd still sell a few.
No, I still have, I used to order them 10,000 at a time, right? And I go through 10,000 in like 4 or 5 months, right? Just at comedy clubs. And then it was literally, I'm not lying, maybe 5 years ago, I think I just sold that 10,000.
Oh, yeah.
It was like at one point I go, what happened?
Yeah.
And then I start going, hey, what great, I made a joke of it because I was going through my divorce, right? And I see I'm going through divorce. I said, I got T-shirts. We're doing a meet and greet. I said, I got DVDs. I said, let me tell you something. You go through a divorce, you find some shit to sell. I said, I got the crates for these. I said, I was looking for socks.
Oh, dude, if you got a bit to go with your merch, crushes every time.